Right, as I say, first episode's Charlie. So Charlie, just give us a brief background of what your background is in gaming and competitive Call of Duty and stuff like
So I've been playing games most of my life. Literally raging back when I used to sit at the end of my bed, Xbox 360 playing GTA.
that.
Competitive wise, literally, it must have been the start of last year where I started watching streams and stuff, and I just went into people's chat and they were like, "Oh, let's watch the CDL." It's like, what the fuck is the CDL? It came along, and here we are today.
So like competitive gaming really started with the CDL for you.
Yeah, realistically, to be fair, it properly started with Warzone.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
branched out a little bit more now, evidently.
Yeah. Yeah. So just as I said, just take us back to the start. How Vitalize was formed and who the first few members of Vitalize were.
Well,
If you can take us back
I
that far.
I can, but I wasn't actually one of the founding members of Vitalize. There was four people before me. The other four that I work with now, Rail, Fish, Doctor Vitalize, and Sin. And then how I joined Vitalize was I actually there was like a little descriptive post up in a tournament Discord when I was looking to play tournaments, and I was just like, I actually like the look of that. Like it was a Doctor Vitalize post, and he sold it to me really well. So I was like, yeah, you know what, get me in that.
Come on.
So I was one of the first, but I was that close to like the foundation of Vitalize. I never even got an announcement.
Yeah, so it was kind of almost that you were kind of just there from the start, really.
Yeah, I never got an announcement on Twitter. Didn't even get hello in the Discord. I was just
Oh,
straight in.
pain.
So
Um, yeah, so I'd say, were you there more as a player for them at the start, or was it, okay, I'm going to be coming into a ownership role, or...
yeah, I was coming in as a competitive player. To be fair, I ain't got a clue what I was coming in. I was just coming in
Oh, so you just, yeah, okay, yeah.
at the time because I was practically the first person.
Yeah,
I actually remember Dr. Vitalize made me do a trial in Verdansk.
yeah.
Took us into a duos match. It was me and him. Uh, we both got like 13 kills, got the win, and all I had after was like, "Yeah, mate, you're in."
Lovely.
And I was like, "Yeah, sound."
Uh, so were you one of the first people that maybe said to Vitalize about... obviously, you said you'd seen the tournament post already, but did you, like, push to say, like, this could be a real thing, or, like, we should keep pursuing
Um,
making, like, hosting tournaments?
well, to be fair, the first tournament wasn't actually my idea. I kind of just adopted the idea and developed it to what it is now. Um, but yeah, I think the first idea came from Dr. Vitalize, and obviously there was me, Ross. It was me, Ross, Shane, Fish, Glenn, Rail, and Sin who ran that first tournament, and it let it come to what it is today.
So I think I remember seeing it on Twitter recently. Like someone you'd retweeted like the first post, like the first tournament post, and like you'd said, "Look how far we've come" and stuff like that. I was like, "That's crazy!" Like looking at that post to see where you are now, it's mad.
Yeah, it's come a long way. It's actually the first proper tweet we put out on that account. So
That's
technically, whether
crazy.
you want to call us a tournament org or actual org itself,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a
yeah.
no one knows at this point.
So as you say, can you like probably list like the first 5, 6 people that were in Vitalize or not?
Um, it was definitely me, Ross. Um, you know what? I'm just quickly scrolling back up through the server.
You go for a nice.
So it was me, Ross, um, Dalton, Wheels. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if any of the other ones could verify, but I don't know if it was. I don't know if Wheels actually did come in as like a player, and then Dalton were like the first ones, and then Shady came in,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
and that's like
Well,
the first. As far as I'm concerned, I think that's the first lot, and then obviously Rush.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Can you remember when you took over as like more co-owner, and like when you started taking a bit more of a leading role with it?
I think it was. Oh, you know what? I actually don't know. I probably should date that, but I think it was like early this year, maybe like February, March time.
So when like Warzone tournaments were like starting to like really like
Yes, yeah. So
pop
when,
and
yeah, because I
yeah,
think I was running the tournaments, but I had like no affiliation to the
yeah,
co-owners. I was just running it for the sake of running it at that
yeah, yeah.
point.
Cool. Can you remember the first player that you like brought into the org?
First player that I brought, what as a co-owner, or as like
It's
a fan?
corner, yeah, it's corner.
Oh fucking hell. It it probably was. I actually don't know. Oh fuck, mate, you're catching me out here. I think. Oh no, I do remember. It was the first. It was the first ever team we got into Vitalize, the 6.5 KD cap quads team.
Ooh,
That was the first team we Vitalized, which consisted of Joe Tanny, who's still about today. It consisted of Downsy, who's obviously stopped playing, but he's living it up, doing a fucking great job in life. Bought himself a house the other day. It was good to
smashed
see
it.
with his missus. Alex OB. To be honest, I haven't spoken to him for ages. He's probably doing well. And then Marky Cod, or Tom Markham, his name was back in the day. He's smashing at the minute. Got himself a job. He's doing it. He's doing really well at the minute.
So would you
Um,
say from then the team's changed a lot, or not really?
oh, the team has changed massively. I think the only two from that founding team that are actually technically still about is Dalton and Joe.
Is that just
From the
because the other
Warzone side of
players
things.
stopped playing, or
I think it was like it wasn't lockdown, was it? Was it lockdown? No, it wasn't. It's like when everything was getting like back into the swing of things,
oh, okay?
and obviously everyone had their own life to get on
Yeah, yeah,
with. Obviously Downsy being a little bit older than everyone
yeah,
else.
yeah.
He obviously had work, a wife, kids.
Slightly more important things than
More important things than picking up a controller and playing Warzone. Tom had school, Alex had uni, and Joe's still about.
unfortunately. Do you want to discuss the main roster of the team right now? So like I'm thinking more like Chimpy, Energy,
Yeah,
the big
so
dogs, I guess.
the big dogs. So we approached. Who did we approach? We approached Energy.
Energy was before Chimpy.
Yeah, Energy was
Yeah.
before Chimpy. So we approached Energy, and it was like he basically sacked us off in the night. Best way possible. He went. You know what? I'm gonna stick with who I'm with at the minute. It wasn't actually in an org. But then we messaged Chimpy, and Chimpy was like, "Yeah, this sounds good." And then Brad messaged us back and was like, "Yeah, get me in."
Well, so he messaged back after Chimpy said, "You know what? Yeah, I'll jump in."
Yeah, so Chimpy's obviously had a discussion with Energy.
Yeah,
Oh, they're selling me a dream here. So, and then we got a nice message back from Brad saying, I'm pretty sure the exact wording was, actually, you know what? Can I go back on my offer? I'd love to jump in now.
that's cool. Do you remember recruiting Jams? What was he like?
I do remember recruiting Jams.
Is this a
Anyway,
good story? Yeah.
no, not really, not compared to Jamie's.
Oh,
Jams,
well, we'll get to that then, I guess.
we put a tweet out, obviously, Jams' old account got banned, so we can't get the message back.
Bloody hell, Jams.
But I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm looking to play tournaments," and I was like, "I know Jams. I know he's a nice lad. He's got a beat to grind for." And obviously, bang, he was the first one out of that chunk of players that we brought in. And and then after that, it was who was that? It was Energy, Chimpy, Jamie, Jams, and Roach.
Were they kind of the
group was-
first, like that first group?
No, we had a grouping before that. It was Blinks, Kings, J Marky, and Marky.
Oh
Mark
yeah,
Latin.
yeah, okay.
So we had them in. I didn't actually have much involvement in bringing them into the org. That was all Rail, surprisingly.
Surprisingly,
He managed to pull some out of his arse.
some shooters in that group,
Yeah,
but yeah.
There is some shooters in that group. Obviously, Kings doing him at the minute. Mark doing fucking they're still playing Warzone, doing well and shit. And then Blinks is
Blinks
kind
is
of
working,
football as
but yeah, football
well.
as well. But when he gets on, he's still piecing. Like I remember
No,
playing
yeah.
wages with him the other day. Like the guy's crazy, man. He don't get enough credit. Like he's so good at Warzone.
It's because he doesn't credit himself.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
always
100%.
goes,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm not even that good."
yeah,
Well, if you weren't good, you'd be like a sub 1 KD.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the guy's
And then
crazy.
yourself coming in, piecing up as well.
I remember my like coming in because I spoke to Rail and I think it was like when I was playing with Kings, like a fair bit, and King said to us like, "Oh, they are interested in you and DD,"
Yeah.
and he said just keep doing you, and they'll eventually pick you up. Then it was a few weeks on. I'd had a few offers from other teams, so I messaged Rail because I was so interested in joining Vitalize, and I said, "Look,
Any
like."
leaks? Any leaks from other teams?
No inglese. I might DM you later, but
Yeah.
I said I messaged Rail because I was like I really want to join you guys, so like it's kind of now or never because I'd been putting in hours, man. Like I'd done nearly 100 hours that week when I messaged Rail. I was like, yeah, it was crazy. I did a lot that week.
Yeah.
I said so I messaged Rail and he said that's fine because I really want you in as well. So he must have messaged higher ups and said, you know what, I'd like to get Slayers in
I'll
now.
tell you what, I think the conversation with you was obviously. I think what Glenn put in the co-owners chat at that point was, yeah, Slayers is in now, by the way.
Yeah, I think he did tell me that as well. By the way, I think he did.
I think he just got you in. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, I'm not waiting for anyone else.
That's like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Obviously, it was beautiful because here we are today.
It's been great, man. I've loved every minute of it. Do you want to move on to VAP now? I guess since everyone wants to know about that, and I still get asked about it.
Yeah. So bring your VAP in. It was more of a shock to me than everyone else. I'm pretty sure. But so what happened was we obviously VAP left Delirium. That situation. Don't really care about that now. It was in the past. We messaged him. Well, no, sorry, we didn't message him. We got some intel from a source that an org at a similar place as us that was very interested in him, and he was down to join. But yeah, down to join. And we pretty much was like, hold on, let's just try and
shoot our shot to see. Yeah.
Let's just try and swoop it, and yeah, we did. We just swooped it, no issues.
I remember the first time someone put it in chat. They were like, "Yeah, we're getting VAP." By the way, I was like, "It's troll, it's cap. It's like there's no chance." Like no one believed it. And then as it got on a little bit, everyone was like, "Hang on." And then he added, I remember like the conversation where everyone blew up when he got added to the group chat. Everyone went mental. It was so funny.
That was good.
He's brought energy to the group chat as well. To be fair, he's fit right in with all the lads, hasn't
he? Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because you don't expect someone with like, I wouldn't say ego, but you know, like
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you expect them to be like looking down, and I'm like, he's actually just a genuine person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Going to other people's streams, they'll be like,
literally,
why aren't you subbed? It's like, shut up, mate.
He's fit right in. It's sick to see because like, as much as it does a lot for the org and stuff as well, like, I don't want to say it does a lot for him because like obviously he's doing his thing, he's smashing it anyway. But like connecting with other like top players like Chimpy, Energy, Jamie, and that, he'll probably benefit from that because like his daily pubs experience will probably be better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it gives him more opportunities in tournaments and stuff like that to get a team that he's kind of creating or leading, in a sense.
Well, speaking of leaders, we are looking at a manager of Warzone right now. I don't know if they're in the stream. They're not.
Just double check.
That will be out in a couple of days.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
Come on. Do you want to discuss lastly Lauren and Angie then how they came to be?
Oh yeah. So we've always obviously wanted a bit of, is it? It's like diversity, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
word I'm looking for. Yeah, so obviously, you look at our org then, and you just thought there was a lot of males in this org.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to
Branch
get some
out.
females in, and obviously giving them an opportunity as well. Obviously, I'm not saying it was us at all, not completely
Yeah, yeah.
discrediting Angie. She got into that tourney with Amari the other day. That was obviously a
Yeah,
big
she
opportunity
smashed
for
it
her.
as well. Like they played
Yeah, they did a
fucking
really good
sick.
job.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see what round they got to because I fell asleep because I was absolutely knackered after
Yeah,
one.
I did the same. Yeah, I was in bed, bro. I was like, I had it tabbed, but I was like, I'm getting into bed. There's no chance. Like,
Yeah.
and Angie's been grinding. To be fair, like I'm pretty sure she does. She's at uni right now, but every night she gets on, putting in hours
I
like
come back from work
late
at like
night.
1,
Like,
2 o'clock.
yeah,
She's
it's
just
crazy.
live or on Twitter speaking to people.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
obviously, she's a really good content creator because she interacts.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
massively.
a lot of interaction.
You always see
And
it in her
obviously,
chat. Like people are always. You could like you'll have a full blown conversation with Angie in her chat and stuff like that.
yeah. And then obviously Lauren as well.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say.
She came in. She's a character.
I don't know
Obviously-
Lauren too well, so do you want to like just like explain
Yeah,
how that went
Lauren's-
down and what she's like?
Lauren's obviously she got a lot of vouch on the tweet, so we looked into it, and I was like, I like what I see. It's good. It's good. It's like, yeah. Obviously, she's like confident. She was. I was asking her like, oh, do you mind me doing this? Do you mind me doing that? She literally just went,
Yeah,
shut
just went
up and
along.
do it.
Yeah, yeah, fair.
And
Which
I
is
was like,
good.
I like that. I like that. And it was like, yeah.
Was
We
it
tried to
that
get
easy
one
with Lauren?
more
Yeah.
in complete. Yeah, we tried to get one more in to complete like a quad,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they said no to that one. Obviously, we're still looking. If
Yeah,
any
of
female
course.
players want to get in touch, content creator, make a little quads team,
Come on,
get that going.
constantly branching out. We'll talk about Warzone a little bit right now. Then I guess what's your opinion on it right now in its current state?
So right now, let's be honest.
It's not as bad
little
as it's
bit dead.
been, but
Oh no, 100%. But it's because
it's
of
still
that
struggling.
because of that massive drop that we had.
Yeah.
It's obviously still trying to regain everything, get it back up to where it was.
Well, because what was it? It came out like March last year, right?
Year before that, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, March 2020.
Yeah.
So, fuck
Yeah,
me,
that
it's,
is last year. Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ.
was gonna say he's been out for a while, but obviously, there's
The
not been.
devs haven't kept up to it as much as we'd like. Let's say,
Yeah, there's not
putting it
been.
lightly.
Like, if you look at, what game was it that I saw the other day? It was. Oh, I don't know what game it was, but I saw one the other day. They was just pumping content week in, week out.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know one of them games that you see on TikTok? And you're like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
100%,
developing
yeah.
really well. It was one of them ones, but they're listening to the community. If Warzone did that, I tell you what, they would be up there with like. Obviously, this might sound quite cringe, but like Minecraft or stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Obviously, the
yeah.
viewership behind Minecraft is absolutely immense. Like,
And the
everyone-
player
let's be honest,
base, yeah, the player base for
everyone's
Minecraft,
played Minecraft.
continuously grow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
everyone
like
played Minecraft for
transverse
legions.
time. Like it never get. You always see people playing Minecraft.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, no matter the situation, they're
You-
always going back to
It was like
Minecraft.
when Splitgate came out. Like the devs were straight away on it. They did live streams asking questions, stuff like that. Like you just don't see stuff like that from Activision. It's just mad.
Yeah, obviously Raven have picked up a little bit. Like, they are.
Yeah,
listening to the
absolutely, yeah.
community. But it's getting there. I think. Obviously, we saw the other day. Not that he meant to, but Tiddy got banned
Yeah,
straight away
yeah,
for
yeah.
using the unlock all cheat.
Yeah.
It still seems that they are doing something.
Something better than nothing at this point, innit? Like.
Yeah. Obviously, just give it a month. Hopefully, that anti-cheat comes out. Everything's relived again.
Yeah, hopefully. Do you? I don't think the anti-cheat will like fix everything, but like, do you think we'll see a big spike in participation in tournaments and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the reason people stopped playing 2v2s and stuff was because of
It's a big reason why customs are
hackers.
current. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Collateral are doing so well at the minute, because no one wants to play a 2v2 in an open lobby where there's just going to be hackers constantly.
Yeah. And you just can't hedge your bets. Like, at the end of the day, you're putting money on it and you're saying, you know what, we'll compete.
Yeah.
And if we die to a hacker, then it might just chalk it for us. Like,
Obviously, we still get, to be fair, like the 20 that we ran, was it last night?
yeah,
it was
amazing.
It was a
so
non-team
good.
bracket, and obviously, people were seeing that and was like, "Oh, that's like maybe want to play 2v2 now. Because I had a couple
Yeah.
of messages last night saying, "Oh, when's the next one?" And it's good to
So
see.
it's already picking back up, like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The answer sheet's not even out yet, and people want to play again.
Yeah, yeah. Like we had one reset, I think, all night, and we obviously got to finals. Did we go game 3 every map? I think we went game.
4 rounds.
Yeah, I think we went map 3 every round.
So
I
yeah,
think.
you would have played 12 games of COD last night. Only one
and we had one reset.
You know that's decent going. That's
yeah.
very decent going.
For the state of the game right now, yeah.
Yeah, trust me. Well, fair,
do you remember like the meta where you came in and you were like, when you first started really grinding Warzone, like, was it early on or do you remember a specific meta?
When I started playing Warzone, I was a negative KD. I used to play
with
my
IRL
mates. I used to play with my IRL mates. We just kept camping in buildings. One of them would be known as like the medic. He'd be running around with with quick fix and a medical syringe.
Oh fucking hell, Charlie!
And obviously we just camp for a win, like do recons and shit. But then obviously, what did I watch? The first person I watched was obviously Vicstar.
Yeah, yeah. I remember him playing 2v2s with Casey or Wars.
Everyone played. Everyone watched Vic at one point.
Yep.
Then Vic was the branch racer to like Wars to Jukies.
All the top guys now.
All of them, yeah. And obviously that's how I met most of the people that I speak to today.
So would you say it was probably just straight away you started grinding, or?
Yeah. So watching. Obviously, I've always been quite a competitive person. So watching someone play for a mad amount of money.
Was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. But then I've got to a point recently where there's obviously better than me out there.
Yeah.
So I'd rather develop that talent than personal gain.
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously yourself, Jamie, Jams, all of them guys, even the comp guys. Obviously, I don't know much about them, but we've got people in place that can help them out. That obviously will improve their game. Obviously, Rail's really good at what he does. I bet that's gonna really boost his ego. That is.
Yeah.
He's actually quite good at what he's quite good at what he does sometimes. Like he comes out with some shit that I don't know how he thought of
it. Obviously we said the state of Warzone's not great right now, but you guys obviously hosted the Odd Man, like the big tournament. I think it was quite a good success, to be fair.
Yeah, well, it had its
complications. Of course. Yeah, every tournament does though. Like.
Yeah, obviously it went from a 32 team bracket to an 18 bracket. To a 16 team bracket and then to an 18 bracket.
But that's obviously because obviously people not participating because of the state of the game. Like, it's not really much you could do on your end.
Obviously, we were looking at it at the start, thinking, you know what, if Warzone can keep up here, we're looking at a 10 grand tournament here if people play consistently every week.
Because when did you guys start with the idea of doing the Odd Man?
It came around just after Collateral did their big tournament.
The 7.5, or was it the 10K or something like that?
So that was their first. I think because you messaged me about it, I'm pretty sure that was their first ever 2v2 tournament.
Their first one was that their big.
Their first one was that tourney. Like the qualifiers were their first 2v2.
That's interesting.
So obviously we were looking at and thinking, why the fuck can't we host a big tourney?
Yeah.
Collateral smashed it. But we're like, yeah, we can do that. So we went for it, and obviously, I think the first qualifier got 14 odd people, which kind of set us up for a couple of weeks in advance, which let us have make these decisions, because if we didn't make these decisions, we'd be paying a fucking lot of money.
Yeah. I think I played in 3 of them, and I think Odd Man is such an underrated format. I love Odd Man.
Yeah, I think we abused it just a little bit though.
Yeah.
Obviously, an Odd Man 2 times a week for 2 months. People are gonna go, you know what? I don't want to play this anymore. It's just competitive, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously we had the customs the other night, the Vitalize Elysium customs. How do you think that went?
I think to be fair, that was technically our first custom tournament we've ever had.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was actually. It didn't go bad, to be fair. Obviously, it would have gone a fucking hell of a lot worse if we didn't have Chelsea, Key,
Yeah, yeah.
Rail, obviously the Elijah boys behind the scenes. Don't know if any of you watched the stream from Elijah, but that was very high casting.
Yeah. I had it tabbed,
Just
like,
annoying.
if I was dead or, like, in the middle of a game or something, I always had it on.
Yeah, so I'd go in, pancake, lose, gulag. I wouldn't watch who I was
Yeah,
spectating.
yeah, yeah.
I'd literally go and watch that stream because it was such good production.
They were talking about, like, the stuff they were talking about, it made sense as a competitive player as well. Like, you'll see casting a lot of times, and it's like, do these guys actually play competitive COD or, like, competitive Warzone? And they're just kind of not talking about what actually you should be talking about in competitive, like, rotations and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, Harry and Major they're quite two well-known casters in the comp scene.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think that was their first introduction to like
Warzone.
casting.
Yeah, yeah. I think they said that
They're
on the
doing a
cast
really
at some
good job
point.
with it. So they smashed it quite well. Quite well. They did smash it.
They say
Obviously.
I went every time I went on, like, it was never silent. They were talking about, like, certain players and stuff like that, and they did a really good job of, like, highlighting smaller content creators and players, I think, as well.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, complete shit out. So when after game 3, I think one of their competitive players that plays.
Oh
comp
yeah,
for it,
yeah,
they were getting accused of cheating. So the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
person they watched on that next game was him.
yeah, yeah.
And that was quite funny to watch.
I remember
Obviously,
seeing it
it's
all
good
in the
to have a bit of
Discord.
humour,
I seen the
so-
clip. I was like, eh. And then I think I killed him game 3 or game 4. I was like, yeah. Just allow it, guys.
'Cause
Like,
we knew who it was. We knew he wasn't cheating. I knew he just
yeah. Like crazy gonna. Charlie, are you with us?
well, the froze.
Okay, no, it just froze you back. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. You're good.
But yeah.
I say, what's the plan for Vitalize over the next, like, till the end of the year, probably, with the next Call of Duty and stuff like that?
So to the end of the year, well, obviously, we're just finalising a few things for our giveaway now. That should be out maybe over the weekend, earliest tomorrow. That'll take us pretty much the whole way through October.
You're gonna stay in see like this competitive Call of Duty with Vanguard and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, we've got obviously we had the team that played for us last year. We're just finalising a few things that they're staying on, and then we've got a couple more lads coming in representing Vitalize for next year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty good for like comp side next year, but obviously that's why I'm trying to get a manager for Warzone.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% focused on Warzone. I can go and enjoy watching comp as well.
And
Other
plus, like, you've
areas.
got other stuff going on in your life as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with stuff.
Dude,
I'm in uni now, so
what was your opinion on Vanguard?
I actually really enjoyed it.
I've seen a lot of
I think-
negativity about it, but I was like, yeah, the movement is it's not great, but like, compared to
At the
Cold
end-
War,
yeah.
like, I think we've got a decent game going this year.
Yeah, like it's apart from like the fucking spawns, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
The
them
spawns were
spawns
bad.
Awful.
The spawns and the sun. The sun was awful. On that, like, boat map,
Oh, that was that was
the
miserable.
worst.
Obviously, people were literally changing settings. Like,
Yeah,
like,
change your file, yeah.
They were literally changing files to sort it out.
Yeah, it
I
was
was like,
bad.
Hey, what are we doing here, lads? For a beta. I was like, I'm not gonna go that deep into it, but I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it was good. Is there any plans for another big tournament from Vitalize anytime soon? Or is it going to be sticking to small ones? Because I
well,
know you
we
said
can-
you wanted to host like more regular ones throughout the week and stuff like that.
Yeah, but obviously we wanna, because obviously, I found it very hard to trust people to run my brand.
Yeah,
Obviously, all that shit that we had, all that shit Triggs had going on with admins.
yeah.
I was like, right, am I going
Let's
to be able
not,
to trust people here? So obviously I knew Key and Chelsea anyway.
Key's been great for us recently. Every
Key's
tournament
been
he's
really
like he's there, making sure he's active. Like,
Yeah, even when Chelsea's not even in the Discord as well, she's like not calling to us. Sorry, she's sorting the brackets out. She's
Yeah.
making sure everything's clean. She's answering questions. It's just like two peas in a pod. Like they both work together so well.
it's
I-
little
I
things like
just-
that Dog will notice. Like,
Yeah, I could fuck off. I could fuck off and just go and chill somewhere, and them two
Run
would
it,
put
yeah.
my life on it that they could run it very
Yeah,
successfully.
yeah, 100%.
But regarding big tourneys, we've had a pretty hectic last 2-3 month actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the minute, I think we're just gonna chill, have a few personal breaks.
Yeah, because the
get
team has
obviously
been
the
working
mind
hard. Like, obviously, I see stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that, but obviously the big
Yeah.
tournaments and then like signing people and stuff like that. It's been a busy few months.
getting the mind refreshed, and then
Yeah, yeah.
we're kind of, I'm not gonna say we're relying on it, but this month is going to be heavily just this specific giveaway related. Obviously, we're still pushing for 1,000 followers by the end of the year.
If you're not following Vitalize on Twitter, what are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing,
What are
mate?
you doing?
Come on. It's like
I'm
we're
mocking
on 18 at the minute, so less than 200 now.
Yeah, yeah.
So should be a piece of cake, pal.
Smash it. I think that's about it. Questions, eyes, lad. If anyone in chat has any questions for Charlie,
Yeah, let us know.
we'll take about 10, 15 minutes. And if I come up with anything else, I'll ask you. Let me scroll up because I think I've seen a few.
Just going quite quickly.
After the chalked start.
We can
Didi,
put that
Rail,
out
if you're in chat, Didi said, Rail, when is your son coming back?
And King's coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. I don't know, you know.
Kings was a talent, man.
Yeah, every tourney you go in, you'd be accused of being a cheater.
It's
It was probably
crazy.
the best things I've ever seen.
The kid was so good. Obviously, he's got other stuff going on now, but there's no way he just asked, what's your thoughts on the price of butter?
It's like a ritual question. It's like, do you know when
Yeah, yeah,
you know when you
yeah,
go to
yeah.
like different places, it's like an
Yeah.
initiation
Yeah, yeah.
question that is. The price, like we usually get people to sing or anything if you're going somewhere new, but no, we just ask what your thoughts are on the price of butter. And
I
it's
swear
always the
I
people-
got asked it in the group chat. I was like, what the fuck? What am I getting asked this for? I was
It's
so
always a classic
confused.
question. What would you rather do? Though, answer that question or have a little sing song.
Yeah, true, yeah. I'll just answer it, to be fair. Roscoe said, so is Vitalize still looking for content creators?
We're always looking. We're always looking. I've said to Ross that he can come back at any point. That's just on Ross now. I wait for him to put in the chat. Oh, just on my personal terms, and then the message he sent me was 29k a year.
Got a few people mentioning any FIFA tourneys or like branching out into FIFA as well.
I think FIFA would be a very hard one to run purely because it's not cross-platform.
Yeah, 100%.
It makes it obviously COD. You've got if you struggle to play as in COD, that is COD platform.
Yeah.
You go to FIFA, you've got people on PC, PS4. I think the best you can do is probably
Content creation on the side of FIFA.
Yeah, or just wages really. That's
Yeah,
all you can
true,
really
yeah,
do with
yeah, yeah.
FIFA.
I didn't think about it like that.
Obviously, having 3 different tourneys, I wouldn't say it makes it hectic, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Comp COD tourneys, yeah, there will be some of them come Vanguard, maybe early release. Actually, speaking of that, and it's not Comp COD related, it's Warzone related.
Oh.
We have got something in the works in the minute. It's actually production wise looking really big at the minute. Like how we're working it. Obviously, there's a couple of founders at the minute. Some of the local orgs. They're just as motivated as me to get this out. Some people that are doing really well in the Warzone scene, and then some people that are like new to the Warzone scene that want to get involved in it.
Any leaks? Any details?
See, if I do that, I'd have to kill you.
Oh, it's chalked. Yeah, it's chalked. Let's not do that.
But no, that's one of the ones that you want to keep private for as long as possible.
Because it's gonna be.
Yeah. Then when it comes out, everyone's like, "Oh fuck, have they pulled that off?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of them.
I remember seeing as well, like when they all left Delirium and stuff, and obviously Vap joined. Everyone was like, "Oh, why wouldn't you just get Len and stuff like that?" And Lou, I was like, "Oh yeah, because it's just gonna be that easy, guys. Come on."
Yeah.
After they've won World Series and done a madness like they have recently, guys, like, yeah, come on. I remember seeing bare people saying that. I was like, what am I reading?
I remember seeing messages. I think it was Loomsy, the kid that just keeps saying, "Where's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
financial fair play involved?"
Yeah. Little's
Oh.
being a troll. Not new. Any more questions from chat? Anything? Literally anything for Skinner. Anything.
That's actually the question you sent me. No, we banged them out that quickly, right?
Yeah, 45. Yeah.
Fucking hell, we did as well.
Come on.
Actually, did bang them out.
We got detail as well.
That's a good little YouTube video. That.
Come on. That's it. Do you want to link your socials? Any plugs before we fully go off?
Just Vitalize, go follow Vitalize. Hashtag VTZ to 1K. I want that trending. I want everyone to go
it
tweet it out
trending.
right now.
Go tweet it
I want
right
everyone-
now.
Go and tweet it right now. Hashtag VTZ to 1K.
You heard it.
Just out of context. Just tweet that. What did Chelsea say?
Where do you see Vitalize in a few years from now? That's a good question. I think someone asked you that like recently, and I heard the answer, but
No, I think I asked it Chimpy in an interview
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
on Twitter. Twitter.com/Vitalize EU. It's on there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Shameless plug. From an owner's perspective, I wanna, in the long run, I wanna end up in America, like that kind of way with this org. Obviously, there's a lot of potential.
Like
behind it
Elliot
right
Thieves
now.
style. Like, yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows from a creator kind of point of view that moving to
Yeah.
LA or America is massive, just because of the
So many
amount of
more
viewership you can
opportunities,
have
and
there.
yeah.
And obviously bigger names, obviously bigger brand to start with. I'm wearing the OG Vitalize hoodie right now.
Any new merch coming soon? Any?
Oh mate, we've been trying so fucking hard. We've been trying so hard to get something out, and everything just keeps backfiring, but that's not going to stop us looking.
So it's possibly in the works.
Oh, it's always going to be in works. Until we get it and we're happy with it. We've got one of the Dr. Vitalize's real life friends who's a tailor, and he was gonna run through some like hoodie designs with us.
Oh, job done.
Or,
Smashed it.
to be fair, maybe it's like a limited edition brand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, the one that I'm wearing right now is limited to about 30 people, I think.
Yeah.
So I think that is. There's some people.
To be fair, even obviously the Vitalize the team is small, but like I think in recent like months, like a lot of people have actually grown interested in like what the org's doing and stuff like that. Like outside of like the players, because I get asked a lot about like, oh, what does the org do, and like little things like that. So like interest in the org is like growing massively.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to see like to just brandish that I'm an owner, because it makes me just seem like above everyone else. I like to interact with
part
people.
of the team. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's just better for the social environment as well.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't want to go somewhere.
Build a more like family environment rather than like someone
like,
sat at the top telling everyone what to do.
Yeah, I don't want to be someone's manager. I want to be someone's friend, realistically. More than manager. It makes it easier for everyone. But going back to obviously you saying Vitalize reach is really well. We've had like just over 300k people come to our profile this month.
Yeah, that's mad. It's crazy.
And only 800 followers.
It's poor.
Obviously, it's been a grind this month. Obviously, numbers like that. Shut up, Vega.
I just looked at chat.
Numbers like that, obviously, mate. Like, because I looked at that because obviously Collateral's really good numbers this year.
Yeah, I remember seeing their tweet, and it was like,
it just makes me want to go, want to
motivate you more. Just be like, yeah.
So, at the start of this month, we were literally on 600 followers. Now we're on 818. That's 200 followers.
It's great. As you say, seeing stuff like Collaterals, like what was it, nearly 1 million interactions. I was like, yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Like, because I remember when I first started playing tournaments and stuff, and Collateral was one of the first ones I'd seen, and it was a pretty small Discord when I first joined it, I think.
Yeah.
and like seeing where it is now is mental.
I think the ones that have done really well are the ones that started early,
Yeah,
like
100%.
PS Gaming, or what was it? It was Tony's Warzone at the time, wasn't
Yeah, that was their Twitter out. Yeah.
it? It was Collateral, GHML. Who did Triggs used to partner with? I forgot what the name was.
Oh,
You know how I'm on about that, yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Oh
but like,
shit.
they completely went bust. Well, not bust, but they just started winning tournaments.
Yeah.
Runner up easy battles or back in
Easy
the day.
battles. Yeah.
Stay up till like 3 o'clock in the
When
morning. Watching
Cracks
someone play
used to
for
run
30.
their Friday 2v2s
Yeah,
every week.
sit there watching someone 32 team bracket. You'd sit there watching
Yeah,
someone till
it's
3
crazy.
o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning. That was like true. That was prime Warzone. That would.
As much as
That would.
people like don't want to sit and play up till like early hours of the morning, I think it made for like better tournaments and stuff because you've seen the start of the tournament, how much like they'd played through and stuff to get to like a finals, and then to have a good finals is like a final series is like you'll remember that for like a few weeks.
Yeah, and obviously you can tell. You can literally see the progression from one tournament to the next.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's not easy to see progression. Obviously, there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, but it is all worth it in the end because recently gaming is like taken off like
because
on a
of
different level.
lockdown and stuff, everyone being inside like
Yeah,
gave
literally
people an
everything
outlook.
taken up. Obviously, even so like someone like I don't know Zavi Walker cracked out of their shitter.
Yeah, yeah,
They're what 15.
yeah. Like the young
Brother,
kids
they've got
coming in.
years. They've got
Yeah,
years
yeah,
of it.
it's big.
Even Vega's obviously young, 18. He's still got time to develop. Obviously, you look at COD pros now, and you see they're like 24, 25. They've only just got into the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, people like Vega, like they're gonna go far.
But as you say, like imagine it like we've known these players for like time and like we've seen them progress. But imagine in a few years' time, like because they are good enough to get to that level. Like imagine you see them playing like finals at CDL or something. You'd be like, wow, look how far they've gone. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think things like that make the scene really interesting.
Yeah,
Looking at all the young talent in the scene at the minute.
obviously that's kind of what you want. Something like a
Yeah, 100%.
like a young goat to come in and to like their stocks to just go bang. And then
How old?
obviously
Like how old's Primser? I think Primser's pretty young, isn't he?
Prims is 18, but you've got to think as well. FIFA kill. He's only just turned 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. And look at what
him and
he's.
think,
Yeah, it's crazy.
"Fuck, Jesus Christ.
Just killing it.
Yeah.
Is that it from chat? Who's the next scump? Kings could have been the next scump.
He's 7x.
7, yeah.
Someone that if he was on normal ping. Like,
Yeah, 7's crazy.
Kings
Like
and-
you even the clips we put on the like Vitalize put on his introduction thing, like
yeah.
you see like these players and it's like then you realise, oh, he's playing on fuck knows what ping, like
Yeah, he's playing 150 minimum. Obviously, if he goes to NA even NA East,
yeah,
he's on 200 ping,
yeah.
and he's still out fragging the other team as a duo.
And it's sick to see him getting in with like big players recently as well. I've seen him playing with a few big ones. I can't remember if he's played with Jukies. I think he might have done.
Yeah,
He played with
Custom
him and
Pro
Birds,
Duke.
didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, that didn't go the best. And
Oh yeah. But it's customs at the end of the day. Like customs are tough.
customs are. I don't like the format of customs. To be fair, I just think it's really
Right now,
shit
it's
from a viewer's
what's
perspective.
yeah. Right now, it's what's hot. So it's like what everyone wants to play and
Yeah, definitely. It's like you see a streamer tweet about, oh, I want to grind these custom tournaments.
yeah,
Like people that watch that stream are gonna instantly be like, oh yeah, you know what, I want to go and
yeah, 100%. Like I hated customs, but after the Vitalize one the other day, like I played nuts, and like I was getting prompts from like big players and stuff like that and good names. I was like stuff like that is different motivation.
Customs that could hurt a person is when when their streamer goes, who the fuck are you, you shitter?
Yeah. Like
And
negative stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it could put a player down. Obviously, it's not what most people promote.
Yeah,
So
100%.
say to them like that did offend me or something like that.
Yeah,
They'll probably end up just saying sorry just to
yeah.
yeah. But no, I actually managed to scrape this almost an hour.
Come on.
You know,
If
bit of
no
a
one
light
else
topic,
got,
but yeah.
I'll try. We'll push it up a little bit as people get used to us waffling.
Would you wanna explain it a bit more? What you're looking?
Yeah, if anyone is interested, like I'm gonna try keep this up weekly. So if content creators, streamers, anything like that, owners of like orgs and stuff like that, if you guys are interested, want to branch out and kind of build your brand up a little bit, I'm more than happy to get you on the podcast. Just slide me a DM on Twitter, and we can get it sorted. Like, I'm really not picky who, because I want to like grow the interest in the podcast overall, and entail that grows interest for Vitalize as well. So.
Yeah, obviously. How did this actually come about? You messaged me
Oh,
saying that you wanted to run a podcast.
yeah, literally. Like I sit and watch Joe Rogan Experience every morning, the 2 hours minimum, just because I think it's enjoyable and funny. But like it's always been a passion because I remember seeing, is it Straw Harry? I think his name is. I'd seen him do a podcast with a few players in the scene, and I was like, he's like really the only person doing it, and I don't think it's consistently really, but so I was like, I think I could do this. Like I'm more than happy to talk to chat. Like I'll talk to one person in chat, like for a few hours. So talking to someone about stuff they've done in the scene and little things like that, or just getting to know them as a person for an hour, 2 hours. I think that's really interesting because it helps branch out in terms of the community.
Obviously, there's a lot of shit going around over the last couple of
Currently,
days.
yeah.
There's like terrible shit that can be a good topic to talk about, and I'm more of an educated podcast.
Yeah.
More
I
than
think we had
more
that
than
discussion, didn't we? Like it wouldn't be solely focused on Warzone or competitive Call of Duty. We would branch out and talk about more broad subjects in terms of esports and gaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. As I say, I'll push this as much as Slayers does it. Slayers does it. I'll keep pushing it, and it's
I say it had been an idea of mine for a while, and then as I started tweeting out and pushing it to people were like, "Yeah, that's sick. Just go for it. Like, if it don't work, it don't work. But if you put 100% effort into it, like, people are gonna come watch." So,
I mean, I'll say this has been pretty successful. To be fair, like
other than the audio issues at the start,
but fuck that. People still stayed.
I know. Thankfully. Well, as I said, I'll try and make this a weekly thing. I'm not picky for guests or anything like that, so I'll be shooting out a few DMs who I'd like to get on and stuff. Because if I know them personally and know they're quite interesting, then I'll shoot them a DM and be like, "Yeah, I'd love you to be on it." But as I say, I'm not picky. I'll speak to anyone for an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, and we'll put a post out just saying, "Oh yeah, if you want to be on the podcast, come and be on the podcast."
More than welcome.
Yeah, definitely. We're always looking for people. We've always wanted to do a podcast. I remember Ross in chat and then Fish, the other co-owner. We're always going to do like a podcast, like Fish and Chips. That was going to be the name of the podcast, but obviously Ross completely bowled it. Just it fell through.
Cool. Appreciate everyone coming out to watch for the first episode. Appreciate Charlie being on it.
Oh, appreciate running it, mate.
Picking it up because I obviously want to keep going with this idea. So it's nice to get a bit of insight into Vitalize, how things started, the org and stuff, and how it's running.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'll tweet out as soon as I've got a guest for next week, and if not, Vitalize will. So
yeah. If you're raiding, there's the link.
Oh, come on.
There's the link. Obviously, we'll go back to what I said earlier. Everyone in chat, #VTZE to 1K on Twitter. I'll be scrolling down just seeing VTZE to 1K on Twitter. Like just a full reel